Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we've got Crosshair from the Vintage Collection from Star Wars The Bad Batch. Pretty cool card art here. Normally I'm kind of iffy on Vintage Collection, but we got to complete the Bad Batch, that's for sure. Luckily, it gives me an excuse. I order one from Amazon. It inevitably becomes crushed. Takes away the guilt of opening for sure. But I definitely dig this card art. It's pretty straightforward. It looks really good. The figure inside is looking really good too. I'm really excited about it. We do have a little blurb action going on here. We do have Crosshair, a former member of Clone Force 99, the cold, quick, and calculating Crosshair served as the Bad Batch's sniper. Interesting, because this doesn't appear to be like the Rebel, or not Rebel, I'm sorry, the Imperial version of him, so I'm not really sure why they went that route. And of course, as we know, spoiler alert, wait, spoiler alert again, he does rejoin the team, so interesting that they chose that to be the blurb, because I sure do like to remember the Bad Batch in happier times, for sure, when the whole team was together, when nobody had passed away. So, interesting choice there for the old Hasbro team. Look at that, see that? About lost a finger there for you guys, about lost a finger. But I do try to keep the cards, if the cards are okay, on these guys, then I try to keep them. I don't know why. They just go into a little Ziploc bag to be forever, you know, adding to, but I do appreciate the card art, so I usually try to keep them. I think they look pretty cool, at least in my opinion. You may have yours, but yeah, I think that looks good, especially if you can get it with just a little ding and no dong. So, alright, let's get to it here. We do have two separate clamshells here. You got one obviously for the figure with the extra protective for the outside of the bubble. We'll work on getting that pulled apart. What we taped? What are we doing? Oh, just nice and snug. So there is Crosshair in all his plastic bubble glory. We do have one side pew pew here. Go ahead and pull that out. Pull out his helmet. And of course, pull out the figure. Dun, dun, dun. It's been so long since I've unboxed a vintage figure, or vintage collection figure. So I have this backpack here. It's going to make him back heavy for sure. No tape here on his long range rifle. Ooh, I do see a peg hole. Very nice, or a peg, not a peg hole. That is interesting for sure. Alright, let's get into good old Crosshair, starting of course with the accessories. As I said, we do have a little pew pew. Definitely, it's pretty standard there for the clones. Then we look at his backpack. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so backpack has a side peg hole, so that looks like that's where that's gonna go. Also has a long opening here, so maybe it can slide into there. Again, we'll get into that. Little handle on the side, and then nothing on that side, and then a form-fitting peg hole there, or peg there. Looking at his weapon, again, he is a sniper, so no extra paint detail. Plastic is reasonably firm. Gets a little iffy and dicey here at this skinny part, but the silencer at the end, it looks pretty good. And again, this little piece there doesn't take away, in my opinion, from the actual pew pew. We do have a ball joint ready head, so this is a completely separate helmet. This will not go over the figure, obviously, but here is some detail on it. I do like the black, very clean black there on the visor, very shiny, does give that plastic glass feel. Little greeblies there on the breathing apparatus area there. A little, again, the crosshair with the kind of scratch defined there. I would like that a little more defined. I don't know what they could do to do that in this scale to make it, you know, really pop out that is a crosshair. But I don't know that really comes through in that version like that. You do have the rangefinder that does go up and down that you can use there. Paint on the back looks pretty good. Do I like a helmet that actually goes on the head, or do I like this? I think I may like this better. I know Uncle BJ likes to be able to put the helmets on. I guess to me you can have a little better value that you can pop the head off, put that one on, get 2 of these, that kind of thing. Use this helmet. If you don't want the helmet, then you put it somewhere else. Put it in a display, a scene or something like that in the background. It still has its use for me. And, you know, of course, you can always just hold it. And sometimes these helmets just don't fit on real good, which I get is not really like the point. Like, it should fit, so that shouldn't be a negative against it. But hey, we're rambling at this point. Alright, let's get into Crosshair. A crazy good face here on Crosshair. I think this is great. I do love the definition there on the scar / tattoo. I'm assuming that's a tattoo, let's be honest. Gray hair down, nice, almost, does it come across? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm seeing, I want to say it looks like it almost has like kind of a 5 o'clock shadow, but I think that might just be my eyes playing tricks on me. But has some life to it, I feel like. 90, the little sign there, red, looks really good. It's just a nice dull gray color scheme going on here. Dark brown looks really good. There's your peg hole in the back. Little gauntlet action. What's going on there? Huh. We have a hole here. I'm not sure what that's for. Interesting. I do not know what that's for. Anybody know what that's for? Because I sure don't. Alright, but I'm digging this figure a whole lot, but I'm going to get them posed out, and then we're going to give our final thoughts. Maybe I can figure out what that hole is for, but we're going to get them posed out, but I'm digging this a whole lot. Alright, and there we have him all decked out, looking really good, I gotta say. Just kind of a full circle look here of Crosshair. We did decide to go ahead and put his long-range rifle into his backpack there. We did not use the peg hole for that. I thought it just looked a little better. For me personally, it sat a little too high the other way, so that's just the way we chose to do it here at Throwback. So bear with us on that. Hopefully you get that understanding and think it's pretty cool, but I think this is overall a great figure. Could not figure out what the deal was with the peg hole underneath here. Don't get it. Maybe it's for something down the line that we just don't know about yet. But I think this is just the way to go to display it. I think the face on this is just too good to not have out. So definitely works for me. A very good figure. I will note, he stands okay. I mean, you see him, you know, being moved around. But if you are someone that likes to have stands, so far none of the stands that I have will work for him. A very shallow peg hole. So don't think anything is really going to work for him. So just a small note there from me. But like it a lot. Like it, love it. Let's get the rest of the Clone Force. It's needed. It's actually way overdue in my opinion. But again, that is just my opinion, and I'm sure that you have yours, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day. But it is that time. It is time to get on out of here. It is time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time. Whoa, hold the phone. I figured it out. So, as we discussed, that little hole right there, why is it there? It makes no sense. There's no parts for it. Well, as I come over here to put him with his partner in crime, Hunter, I noticed that Hunter has a little action going on here on the side, and that his arm their arms are exactly the same. Come on, Hasbro. We gotta do better than that. I don't care if it's the same mold, but like, do something. Cover it, paint it, do something. You can't just, you can't do that. Change it just a little bit. That's rough. That's a little, it doesn't kill the figure. It's still a really good to great figure, but come on. We gotta, that's some cheap stuff right there. You can't even give us a whole Bad Batch, and you're so worried about reuse that you have. Oh, come on. Okay. Anyway, like I said, we're getting out of here. He's still gonna go up with all of his friends. Good guys, questionable guys, and of course the bad guys. So again, appreciate you guys hanging out, especially if you made it this far to learn the riddle of the missing random piece whole saga. Thanks guys. We'll see ya.